Yes, graduates, welcome to Rawtalk podcast with HTK. Fasten your seatbelts. Hey, users and subscribers, welcome back to another episode of Rawtalk with HTK. We have got quite a few stories to go through in this Friday's episode. Hope you guys have had a blessed week and are looking forward to just relaxing for the weekend for those of you who are not working. But in case you are working, don't worry, we got you. Little bit of entertainment in your ears and some updates will keep you going. All right, don't forget to hit the like button as we proceed. The first story me I go come to. This has to do with Guyanese critics. Oh my God. Guyanese critics, how much time them going to lock off this bread of water? Huh? Guyanese critics came out to basically state after his water got disconnected by the Ghana Water Incorporated. Yes, because, he has been busy criticizing Ghana Water Company about how the water just not being handled right in the country. There's been lots and lots of complaints. So after him, decide to take Ghana Water to task, Guyanese critic, you always confuse me because I'm just not sure what side you're on. You give the impression that you are just, all about PPP and anything PPP says is gospel and gold. That I find it so surprising that you are actually criticizing, a part of the government activities that's under the PPP. So, you're confusing, bro. But anyway, he was basically saying that the Ghana Water Incorporated was being vindictive because they shut off his water for a bill that he actually owes them after he was spotted online criticizing their services. Anyway, take a listen to this short video.
So here now, Freddie just called me. Freddie come for do thing at the studio. Just call me and say, man, guy with the hair for cut off your water. So I try for think in me head, the guy were getting rather efficient now. Now I obviously owe the water bill. I ain't denying owing the water bill. But this morning, after I done post up guy were just now, they decide for come and cut off me water. I want to know if guy were in realize I is the most pettiest person they got in the history of Guyana. And if they feel they could get I don't know if they're getting vindictive, but I tell them I go live and make, there's relator. I tell them I go live and make sure I have it on record. What they do, the contractor for come to have the water do, they give me a 2-hour stay so I could go and pay my bill, Rabbi, go in and pay the bill. But I don't take anything by chance. I don't believe in coincidence. What the vehicle they may not show face, but there's a vehicle. And then I come with shovel and all kind of things. So that mean it's not for cut off the water. It's for dig out me pipeline and carry away meeting. If they come with vehicle with shovel, when I come here, they're moving after the I say, man, here, let me go and pay the bill. Because we water bill must be about $3,000, $4,000 a month, right? We got a little confusion in the office in terms of who following up with paying bills and so we late with them. But if guy would think they could get vindictive with me, I will show them what is vindictiveness. Because I get at least 100 reports about guy was shot coming on a daily basis. I will be posting all of those reports. Because I can't imagine it's a coincidence that I post up a video, a picture that guy will need to go and do the job for the lady at Latford, Newtonzilla, wherever the place called. I can't imagine I post up the picture and then next thing guy with it by me for cut off me water. Not. Now they got a thing you just put in here and you just turn off the water and everything. Done there with shovel and all anything for dig out thing. You understand? Come with shovel this morning. If guy will feel and Sheikh Bash feel and the people them know what guy will feel, they could get vindictive with me. I is the pettiest person in there, and this is a matter of fact. You understand? I will be posting every day. Anybody got any problem with Gaio? Yeah, put it in the comments. Any day, every day, whole day, I will post stuff. Because I can't imagine they appear here this morning after I done just posted the thing for people genuine concerns. People genuinely getting no service. And by the way, they went with the thing I posted this morning, they went and look after the thing. The lady called me and tell me they helped the lady. So thanks to them for the. But this part of vindictiveness, this vindictive game we're playing here, if it does that, I telling you, me is vindictive, but I petty. I petty like that. I would make sure I go looking for problems that guy were in, look after and sort out. You understand? For thing. Because this here, somebody inside guy will feel. And by the way, I asked the girl, is a contractor. This is not guy, this is contracted people. I asked the girl, I said, get this thing this morning. Just this morning, she get the disconnection list. Just this morning, she get the disconnection list. You understand? And got a list of names and quick come for things so they don't plan here for me. Yeah, I can't plan for me. They don't know me. You understand? I don't done. I ain't playing no game with nobody. Right? Just so guy will know. If they could be vindictive, I could be petty as fudge. Anybody got any problem with Gaio? If your water just leaking, if your water low, if your water brown, 746-107 is my WhatsApp number. Send it right away now. I want to make 100 posts for Gaio today alone. Today alone.
And Critic was not joking because indeed he posted, I would say, quite a bit. I wouldn't go as far to say as 100 or so, but let's just say that Critic posted loads of videos about the state of the water across Guyana. He had dirty, stinking water from Berbice, as an example here, as you see on. He had all kind of brown water. I don't know where this one is from, but it brown, brown water. He showed even a property in Linden where the guest house spends 18,000 a week on filters and still have to pay their water bill because the water is so dirty. When I saw this one was particularly bad. This one was from Le Signon Pasture. It showed water in the bathroom. Look at the color of it. Look at the low water. That's quite unsanitary and unsafe. But anyway, take a look at this little clip and you'll see what I mean.
This is a bathroom.
This post here was someone stating that this was the condition of their water from GWI for 8 years now. This is in Hope on the East Coast, and they're saying this is what their babies have to use on a daily basis. Now, beat the devil and give the devil its due. Critic is calling the government to account. This is a dreadful situation. The water that is being consumed, used daily by the citizens of Guyana must not look like this. This can bring sickness and all sorts. Imagine how much parasites people ingesting because clearly the water is not purified enough. It is not safe. So, him bringing this out is actually a good thing. And yes, critics, they may have shut off your water for spite, but you did a good deed on behalf of the people of Guyana. So well done. If they choose to be petty, that's their problem. Oh, speaking of petty, Brian Max is the king of pettiness. Oh yes, Brian Max is the king of pettiness because Brian Max is one of the citizens reacting to this whole cash grant fiasco. Now, as you know, the vice president came out and he said this.
All up on the cash grant question, one of the things that is being said in the public domain is that the cash grant will no longer be per person but will be per household.
Who said this?
That is what many members of the public are saying.
No, but many members of the public don't determine. This is
No,
again.
that's what I'm asking.
Let me tell you how something like that starts. A useless partisan goes on a program like with Globespan and our useless show that was talking about PPP minority government, and he says this is what the government is contemplating doing. Never spoke with a single individual in the government. Can spread a rumor just like that, and then that's how it comes out. The media now find out people are thinking about household. There's been no such discussion at any level in the government. So it's a blatant lie, but this is what happens all the time is disinformation. Every day it's deliberate, and people don't have anything to do. Like some of these people who are like, what else would a Patterson do now? What else would a Patterson, or I don't know who the others, they're just like a David Hines, except spread rumors. They have nothing productive to say. It's a blatant lie. We never made no such decision.
Well, you heard it straight from the VP's mouth. It's all a rumor. Rumor them spreading and a sense of them a plant. You understand? But listen, even if he's saying that, what I'm noticing is what he's not saying. He's not being very specific about exactly how much the grants are going to be or grant. And he's not exactly specifying whether or not it's going to be pre-Christmas, after Christmas, whatever. And he's also not specifying if it's going to be this year, next year, or in the next 5 years at the 5th year leading up to the next election. Anyway, let's just wait and see. But like I said, Brian Max is the king of pettiness because Brian Max has released not one, but 2 songs the man dropped. Yeah, you know them little AI song that we go around the place. Yeah, him dropped 2 songs about the cash grants. And all credits go to Brian Max for these 2 masterpieces. I'm going to let you listen to it for yourself.
I know I promised you the cash grant, but you know I lie all the time. I was only trying to get your votes. I didn't think you really cared. Only the rich people can get money from the PPP. You poor people better rest yourself, cause you don't have shit to get moved from here before I call the police on your backside. Get from here. I promised you the cash grant, but you know I lie all the time. I was only trying to get your votes. I didn't think you really cared. Only the rich people can get money from the PPP. You poor people better rest yourself, cause you don't have shit to get moved from here before I call the police on your backside. Get from
Oh God. Well, that was the one that was, directed towards the citizens of Guyana who are, in his opinion, being made a mockery of with regards to this cash grant affair. He then went and did one on behalf of Azim Mohammed. Take a listen.
Hey, my people, this is as Rubin here to let you know I will make them pay the cash grant. They can't bluff the people, as we know what we deserve. That cash grant is yours, baby. Sing with me. Give we cash grant now, give we cash grant now, yeah. Cash grant for one and all, let them know Team Blue run things. You win when we win.
Oh boy, but fun and joke aside though, we know what we heard, we know what was said. If your minister is coming out and making these kind of ridiculous statements, then you need to put him in check. At the end of the day, you're either all singing from the same hymn sheet or you're not. These are not the kind of statements that need to come out and discombobulate the population of Guyana when you have made promises. It just don't sound good, don't look good. Come on, man. So at the end of the day, it's not like it was not heard straight from the government's mouth that the 200,000 that was promised to a household, then it got changed to $100,000. That is what took place. Now, if it's changed again, then you probably need to let the people of Ghana know very, very specifically exactly how much the amount is going to be and exactly how many people are going to get it. Is it per household? Is it per person? Right? But anyway, I'd like you to take a listen to this gentleman as he expresses what he feels, what a lot of people feel with regards to this whole fiasco.
Yeah, good morning once again, my brothers and sisters. Right? I say I'm taking a little break from the political arena because we know we just come out to election with a lot of promises was made to my Guyanese brothers and sisters. Right? Which was made to them before this election. But now it look like government is going to go back on the promise because I saw the VP said on an interview that, yeah, everybody's going to get the 200,000. Right? But everybody's not going to get it at one time. Some people may get it in December, and some may get it in the hard guava season, quote unquote, according to his word, which we know is January month he talking about. January gets leading into February, right? He said they're going to come in handy for some people because they had guava season. But then I also saw another interview with this idiot, this jackass, excuse my language people, that run it again in 2015 when the coalition take power, and run it again and run up to we went to because he migrated with the family because guess why? The amount of skulldog with the name call up in, he afraid he was going to get jail. And they bring him back in 2020 and give him back another minister position. Right? I'm talking about the one VB. VB. Y'all know you. VB. Right? He on an interview with a smart money face if Guyanese people should get this money, then they're going to want to work, then they're going to want to send the children to school, they're going to become lazy. Y'all see where going? See where you're going with war? It's shit coming out your mouth. You need to take a tile paper when you're talking and wipe your mouth. Wipe the shit that's coming out your mouth. Because that's a nonsense. When last year I come on the road, when last year I had a little local decent job and get your salary and try going in the market and go in the supermarket and try spend it. I see it disappear and you barely end up with a plastic bag with 2 items in it. When last year do the cross? I said I wasn't going to touch this topic, you know. But then I watch another thing just now and my blood boiling. So I got let out my anger. Yeah, I tell you? Cross! VB, when last year do that? Eh? When last year I take a walk at the market and see a castle living guy through the roof. When last year I go in the supermarket and see that, yeah, I want to know these things. Because you are getting easy money. It's the people money you are living like high and mighty and fly high and mighty pony. Now you made a promise when you get before you get back into power. Because you are so want to get back into power, you made so much of promises. But two of the main promises I only have to. One is the cash grant for the people. Right? Which is the 200,000 individually for a person, not a household. Right? Secondly, the 110 for the old people pension. Because you promise 110. You play poker, you wait till everybody put up the manifesto, and the people say 100, you come with 110. Them two promises are going to hold you out to. So this cross they're talking about, oh, when the people get it and I want to walk, they're going to stop sending the children to school. Cross. When you are taking all the money, put it in your bank account and everything, you stop sending your children to school. You stop sending your child to school if you got any. The rest of them stop sending the children to school. All the wealth they're gaining from the people in this country, they stop sending the children to school. They stop working. Eh? So make you think the people can do that over the little pocket change, the little crumbs. Cross. Let me call it for what it is. Nothing but cross. And the VB should be ashamed when he see you put out, say them upon a thing, attack it, so. Because guess what? You going against what he say. Unless you alone speak with one voice, everybody say what they want to say. Eh? Right now, I'm irritated. Who will stop work for 200,000? Who will stop work for 500,000? Who's going to stop work even if they get $1 million? Cross the money done in less than a week. Y'all getting all the millions and y'all is stopping. All them hundreds of millions y'all contracting them coming for and y'all ain't stopping. Y'all really disrespectful to me, brothers and sisters, boy. Come round and sit on you with a smoke when you a 2-1 cause by. With a smoke on your face and talking it. You run this country in 2015 because you're afraid of jail time, boy. You afraid of jail time. You run out here. They bring you back in 2020. You sit up on a panel and talk it. So check your bank account. Get account for half of the money you got in your bank account. You can't do that. With your rubber stamp investment and your rubber stamp business you put up that don't generate them money for match your bank account. We know everything, asshole. Everything. You come on a platform with a smart if Guyanese people should get the 200,000 or the 250,000 or 500,000 they're gonna work. Why we not gonna work? The money's like changing. The money's like changing. That's why you get the 500,000 or the 250 or the 200,000. It can grow as they take out money from it. It's grow back by itself. It's like changing cross. When you taking the people in their money and putting it in your things in them and you run out of this country, it will make you stop working. Can you come back and get minister position again that you could sit down for the platform and tax by you? But you see, I don't blame the politician because a politician could only be a politician. Snake could only be a snake. A snake can't be nothing else but what it is, a snake. So I don't blame them. I blame the people because again, down with the foolish notion. 5 more years for your ass. Because we gotta live with them. 5 more. 5 more years. We gotta live with the cross on them. I can talk about soccer all the time, you know why? Because I for my brothers and sisters. When you are sad to go by them, of course I will come and sit down right there and get you all the praise. Now imagine you are looking for neck and go back for your award. You have promised the people the 200,000. Now you don't hear we talking. That means there's a plan in the pipeline. Not forget the people no money. Not forget the people no money. Even if they get a 200,000, guess what? It can help them out some sort of way with some sort of bill. Some might get rent for pay, light bill, water bill, school bill. You know what I mean? School fees. All these things, it can help with the less fortunate with. Right? So with you coming and target this thing and Guyanese people now want to work, you don't stop work when you had all the money in your pocket. When you got all the money in your pocket. It never stopped your day from working. And this is why I tell you, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They could have never fooled me twice. I run and put them back. Right now we are in all kind of chaos. You see the time of the US dollar, I mean even want to touch them. Because if I really highlight to a guy now with the US dollar, I think they would come and kill me right away. Try to kill me right away. If I highlight to a really guy now with the US dollar in this country, you would really frighten. It's the deals that they're making. It's the deals. That's what haunting us. That is what is haunting us. You know what I tell you? And I look at the offshore account, stockpile with US. That's what haunting us. I bars open our eye, but you know what? Greed can be the end day. They can't change. Greed is like a cancer. It grows. It grows, and there's no cure for greed. No cure. The only cure for the greed is death. Let me lie, you know, straight off the back. That is the only cure for greed. They got it. They got the cancer. It can't go no way. Yeah, I tell you, but I only are accountable. Yeah, I promise my brothers and sisters 200,000. Yeah, I also promise the old people 110 a month. Right? The least I could do is live up to them 2 promises. The least. So when the class we be talking is scunt, you say I'm a cousin, can I try that too? Yeah, correct him put in the place. That this wealth is not government wealth, this is the people that get the wealth. This belongs to all situations in this country. Yeah, I tell you? Not selective few. I'm so angry right now, it's not even funny by. When I can make comparison to some of our leaders, so Ibrahim Traore, when, where, how could I make a comparison? The only comparison I can make, this man is doing a great job, which is Ibrahim Traore, and these they're doing what they want. Which means they're not doing good. That's the only comparison you can make between the two. I set across for you come and sit down and talk and say the shit like 200,000 is going to change Guyanese people's life overnight. 200,000 is going to change my Guyanese people's life overnight. You hear what coming out to your mouth, buddy. That toilet paper are ready for sitting next time on the platform and talk this shit. Got roll the toilet paper, and as the shit drop out your mouth, wipe your mouth. As the shit fall, wipe your mouth. Cross. Have a good day, man.
A very passionate speech indeed. Right. So we are going to move on to this other story that caught my eye. Now, very, very disturbing. This little boy was allegedly hit down in the playground by a teacher. And the response of the teacher is what I find particularly disturbing. Now, take a look at this post from the relative of the child. Now, interestingly, after posting the information about the little boy, the aunt of the child has actually locked her page. I don't know if she's been receiving threats or what, but it has, of course, done the rounds on social media and has been featured in the News Central Ghana. That basically said a recent incident has been reported at the Leonora Primary School where a young student was allegedly struck by a teacher's vehicle. According to Melissa Banwari, the child's aunt, the event occurred within the school compound. She claims her nephew was hit by the teacher's car and that the teacher has since refused to accept responsibility for the alleged occurrence. This report raises questions regarding the safety measures and supervision within school premises. Such incidents often prompt discussions about the implementation and enforcement of clear safety protocols for both students and staff. The matter is currently based on the aunt's allegations, and further information is expected as the situation develops. Ensuring the well being of students remains a priority for all stakeholders in the education system. Now, it's interesting, as I said, that she has since locked her account. And we don't know if money passing hands now to look after the child, which is what really ought to have happened. It should not have been the case that the teacher is refusing responsibility, right? Now, it was suggested by the aunt that the teacher was only willing to replace the clothing, the uniform, or whatever that the child had bled all over. And instead of offering to cover the medical bills that were attached to this. Now, I don't know if there were any medical bills or if this was considered a free treatment, but whatever it is, there should have been compensation to this family. It shouldn't have been the case of, well, the child was run out in the way, because pedestrians, especially a compound where there are children who are likely to not be aware of moving vehicles, they have to be priority. When you are moving your vehicle, your motor vehicle, in an environment like that, you have got to be on the alert and on the defense to protect minors who may not be aware of the fact that you are moving, right? So it is a shame that this has happened. It is my understanding that a lot of the teachers do park on the compound, on the playground, because there's not enough parking for the teachers. Now, all of that needs to be considered and risk assessed, because if teachers are having to park in spaces where children often frequent for leisure, then that's not safe in terms of them moving while children are out on the playground. We are, so sad to see that this little boy mash up like this. But hopefully he recovers and is given quality treatment and care, and that teacher does a bit more for this family and for, the purpose of his comfort. Because at the end of the day, you are at fault. Once you hit a child, there is no discussion to be had. Even if the picnic run out in the road, you have got to take some responsibility for that. But it's not everything that we as a people take seriously. Because look at this situation here now. Speaking of children getting hit in transport, here is a little video that this woman is really irate. She upset because, according to her child was abused on the bus by another passenger. Take a listen and let me know what you think about this in the comments.
I'm in this part of 4 bus here. This young lady come with this big bag. Hit my child in the head. When I talk, this driver front here is telling me I shouldn't talk. Look at face good. Watch. Telling me that I shouldn't talk. When she take this big bag, look at this bag size, and lash me child in the head with it. He's saying to me I shouldn't, and I fucking start talking. He more vexed than me. He more whatever, but I can't talk on me or no bus. We gonna see.
Miss, I don't know what you're going to see, because you're in a bus. It's public transportation, right? That lady don't look to me like she did it on purpose, but I don't know. I wasn't there. Did she apologize? Because that's the more important thing. If it was accidental, did she tell you sorry? Did she tell your child sorry? If she didn't, then cuss she stink. I understand that, right? But if it's a little accidental thing, you don't need to get on like that. You can just have a discussion with the lady. She apologized, everybody good, and you move on. You know how it is when you're in public transport, you don't really have your own 100% personal space like that. It is one of the disadvantages of traveling in public transport. You have to hold the child in a way that the child is not going to be hurt with people passing with things, load, and so on, right? So we have to be conscientious as well. You know your child is resting in your arms. Lift the child upright. Don't have the child head lolling over your arm because people passing, people coming in with load, he could get hurt, right? So you have to be aware of yourself, aware of your child. But hopefully the lady apologized and it was not such a big deal. Okay, all right. Boy, oh boy, this coolie war not done in. It not done in at all, at all, at all. Between Sebena, Rhonda Bob, and all of the associates of Rhonda Bob, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And honestly, the way I look at it, these people they revel in cyberbullying. Sabina, this is not your forte at all. Take it from HTK. You're not built for this. You're not built for this. And now it looked like they've gone and slapped Sabina with some kind of legal, I don't know if it's defamation. I don't know what kind of suing, but some kind of suit going to have to wear in a court. You understand? And Sabina now cannot actually speak on certain issues again on social media until she goes through the due processes. But of course, Rhonda Bob and her associates, they are reveling in the moment and they are taking the time to let Sabina know that she has lost this battle. Sometimes you have to learn when to stop. I always say you have to know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run, right? And it is never a nice thing when people gang up on you on social media. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are wrong in the stance that you have taken, but you have to understand that two wrongs don't make a right. And everything starts to go downhill the moment children got brought into the mess, right? So I'm going to let you listen to snippets of the latest with these ladies. I have nothing to say really. When it comes to coolie war, it not got nothing to do with me. Me's not a coolie, I'm a dougla. It's nothing to do with me, right? But anyway, make y'all hear where we're at with that before we move on to Trinidad.
Hello everybody. How are you guys doing? Once I come here, some type of entertainment from your girl, Queen B. So today, I have a little message for Miss Muzzle. Miss Muzzle. If y'all don't know who is Miss Muzzle, y'all gonna know later on in the video. So, you see me? I just keep my peace until people get to me. And I don't come to this internet. Y'all know I stopped coming to this internet. And I don't have a lot of time to talk. So, Miss Muzzle, I'm here today to give you a little advice. The last time I was on the internet, I told you to come off the internet. Come off the internet. If you come off the internet, you know what I'm going to get another name, Miss Muzzle. And I'm not coming after you. I'm not coming after nothing that you do. I'm just telling you straight up how it is. Like you said, you on the internet talk the truth. Truth means truth. And we all know you want to talk the truth. But like I said, if you had come off the internet, you know, would have been sit on the internet day like today crying. Now, I will tell you, the last time I come here, I told you, do not call my name into your drama. And now I don't want you to mix my business into your drama because I don't come your way. The last time I spoke to you, and I addressed you on the internet, before you took my advice, you went and you blocked me on Facebook. You blocked me on TikTok. Now you blocked me off your number, so I can't reach you personal. But it's a good thing because Your number is not actually a 911 number or emergency number that I have to read to you. So it's okay. Now, the thing is, to those who know or who don't know, you see, you put yourself into every situation that you are in. Because the first time I found out, probably a year ago, how all of a sudden you reach on Facebook. How all of a sudden you reach on Facebook to attack one girl who you call your enemy. But at one point in time, the girl and you become friends, or I become comrades. Your little circle and your comrades now was in her circle. You gotta remember, it's a human being. You understand? So that enemy that you call is your enemy, I believe they crown you at one point in time Miss Immigrant. And you had love when she used the phrase, or make the phrase that you put up some kind of, somebody is some donkey in some horse race. Now, who is a donkey in your horse race now? Use your own donkey in your own horse race. You understand? Now, you have, or you know, this internet is sheer negative things happen on this internet, girl. It's nothing positive. It's nothing positive, and what you bring on the internet is that what people gonna talk about you. And I told you, come off the internet, but you don't listen. You know what happens? When people advise you, what you do? You go and you block them. You don't take their advice. You know, much people probably sit in your inbox and tell you, girl, come off the internet. But no, you think your mouth is strong. Like you said, your mouth strong. Guy needs to, your mouth is put you where your foot can't take you out. You understand? And me, I'm sorry for you. But I'm not sorry for you too. I'm sorry for you, but I'm not sorry for you. Can I listen to nobody? You understand? Yesterday I listened to your video where you talk about you get muzzle, you get rope wrap around your neck, your weight on your shoulder heavy. You think that anybody put it there, or you put it for yourself? You put it for yourself, madam. It's not nobody else. Every single day for the last year, you go to doll, the same thing over and over and over, you go to. When Miss Auntie got arrested, and I come on the internet and I said, she got what she got, or maybe I used the word she deserved or whatever. Because remember, back in the days, Auntie, she used to drag everybody on the internet. She dragged who she want to drag, you understand? So there is a thing named karma. Auntie get into a situation, they ask you if you're not satisfied. You should satisfy. You understand? I don't know if you're not satisfied, so you still continue and continue and continue. Now you did talk about last night. Oh, I have to go get a big fat wolf lawyer. It's where you get money from. That money we're gonna spend for tech lawyer. You should have kept on plane ticket and go Paris and watch the fashion show that could have benefited you. You understand? I'm not talking down on you. I'm telling you, come off the internet. The internet is not a place for you no more. Go and sit down every single day in your apartment. As soon as you wake up, your face doesn't even come out. I wake up mood. You sit down on social media now. The cussing, cuss for what? For what? This place is not helping nobody. I don't know if the money that I am making on TikTok or Facebook, if it's gonna help you. You see, yesterday I did talk about how much lawsuit and countersuit and what she get. I lost track of it. Me even could have come so quick. Who paying it? Who paying it? I mean, I don't care who pay it, but what I'm saying, it's any beneficial for you guys? I don't know that. I don't know that. Now you sit on the internet and cry yesterday. People take out bread out of your mouth. Nobody take out bread out of your mouth. You take out the bread out of your mouth. Okay, you know what you did? When you get a gig for go the event to sell your food, You should have got an event and set up your tent and sell the food. Nobody on social media need to know you get 10. But no, you want to advertise, you're big and you're bad. You want to advertise. Oh, we get this, we get that, we go here, go sell. Now it's okay. But what you did, the next day, what you did, you went and you tell the people strong shit hold you. And you shit in envelope. And you send it to the post office. And you post it here and you write here, right there. And now you expect for nobody to talk about it. Whether you did it or you don't do it or what, it shouldn't be none of your business to talk about it. And this is the internet for you. Whether how you do good or how you do bad, people will talk about you. Take your story off the internet and it will do you good. It will do you good. You see me? Auntie talk about me. You understand? Auntie talk about me. I don't care. I don't need to go react about it. You understand? Now, because you don't get to go your event, you and your comrades then go put up, create flyer. Auntie run the bag, cook with your puppet, or I don't know if you can remember how the story go. You is the puppet. You understand? And don't come and put the duck curry cooker you're coming up is associated with me. And I didn't go tell nobody to boycott your business. So whatever you have with Auntie and whatever you have with that girl Ariana, don't bring me into it. Do not bring me into it. And another advice I will give you here today. You see you have a pretty daughter. And don't fling she up on your platform. For the girl be embarrassed who was your mother. Because I will tell you this. Your daughter probably embarrassed. Your kids them embarrassed. And now you want to fling she up. You don't know the child get ahead of life of her. She got to go into a family. Some man will see her and like her and look at your mother on social media. These days you got to live for your kids, girlie. You got to live for your kids. Come off the internet and do good. You understand? Nobody else don't want to know your story. And take my advice. Come off the internet and go find something constructive to do. And again, do not call my name or anything associated with me in your drama. It's simple. I'm asking you to do it. Don't do it. Okay? And like I said, sorry for you, but I'm not sorry for you because you're not listening to nobody. Your mouth strong, how your mouth strong, and say, you war now start, like you war now start. All them followers, you put up a GoFund and see who will help you. Nobody helping you. And you got to fight the battle yourself. They're all on Facebook for drama. Okay? I'm going to get nothing more to tell you. I don't have nothing more to tell you, my dear.
I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to break down everything that happened and how we end up to this point here. Because like I said, I'm tired of this whole peddling lies on social media. I see I'm not on Facebook as much anymore, so Facebook is not getting an idea of what is actually going on or what went down that led to this point here. So I'm going to break it down for you guys, okay? There was the mayor held a roundtable talk where different communities or districts were invited to attend, you know, to highlight issues on things that are happening in their communities that they need assistance or help with. You know, you were supposed to go there, you're supposed to highlight the issue and let the mayor and the roundtable know exactly what was going on. Fine. I don't know who allowed she and she organization there, or she and she two clowns there. But when they were given the opportunity to speak, do I have that video still? Yeah, it's somewhere in my phone. When they were given the opportunity to speak, they did not highlight anything in our community, and we need so much done in this community. They went with Rhonda Bob. This woman that ridicules everybody, all the mayor, the assemblywoman, that's what they went with to the mayor's office. Now you taking my name to the mayor's office, and then when you were recorded, I know the person recorded it. Marie recorded it, okay? The one from Dream Chasers. I know I ain't saving you, Scott. Guy, you were not mother traitor too. So Marie from Dream Chasers videoed her, but then she come out and she accused a man of recording her in that was on that round table. And when the truth came out, she still never apologized to that man for that. You dragged that man for weeks and months saying how he recorded. Oh, you recorded me. You recorded me. You violated my rights. My life is in jeopardy. That's you. When the truth did come out and you realized that it wasn't him, you didn't issue an apology. And that's how I know that you're not a good person. Because when you drag somebody and accuse them of that type of behavior or doing something like that, and you find out that you've made a grave mistake, you're supposed to apologize. But you did not apologize, because apologies coming out of your mouth don't taste sweet at all. So that's how I know that you do not care about anybody's reputation. You just mean to destroy people's reputation, and that's what you've been doing. Now, you said that the mayor gave you the chief of the police or something like that came to Richmond Hill and met with you and your 24 victims, and you all filed police reports against me. Why you think nothing came out of that story, baby? Why you think? Oh, Carol, story was from 2 years ago. Shamiza, Dave, and Tara's story, we have it in a federal court. Not a federal, a Supreme Court right now. That's on a standstill. The lawsuit is on a standstill. For me saying a baker fucking a barber fucking a baker and a nightclub owner fucking a talk show host. That's why I get sued for saying. Because the cap apparently fits some people's head. Right? That's why I get sued for saying. That a baker fucking a barber and that a nightclub owner fucking a talk show host. I get sued $6 million for that. Then the line the lawsuit and says something I said, but they got some expire or they don't have what? They don't have something for the restaurant that they own. Some scunt like that. I can't ever recall saying that scunt, but like I said, they wanted $6 million. Now, those were a part of the crew that went to file this police report against me for the deputy or I don't know who they went to. The mayor gave them somebody to file the complaints with. Now, when this person gets sit down there and say, oh my God, crimes are so fucking rampant in New York, and look what these motherfuckers call me here for do. These are not criminal matters. We live in a country where our freedom of speech is our #1 constitutional rights. And you basically went for tell the person that this girl said that, I want to file a report because she said that I's a barber, and this one is supposed to be a baker, and she said that a barber fucking a baker. So I want to file a police report for that. What? And Carol can say, oh my God, she called me the village boss. Oh, this lady said that I is the village boss. What's a village boss? Something people is riding. That's what Carol report against did. Like, why you sit down and hear the dumb things? Oh God, let me tell you something. This is a report that these people can make at the station for me. You think anybody, we got so much crimes in New York City. So much crimes in New York City. So much shit happening in our community. And you think that these people can waste the time because I say a baker fucking a barber? You think? So like I said, a $6 million lawsuit is something. So this is how y'all took it off the internet now, right? You run and you run and you run. You tried to report me to immigration. You reported my landlord home. 4 times you reported this home about this basement here. I called them myself. I called them myself that morning and I washed them down on that phone. Here we're telling you. Wash them down on that phone, and they never come back since this day. Since that day. I called the... Wait, always come and check. I called them because the morning when I was leaving for work, the man was parked up out there. And that was like 7 something in the morning. He parked up out there already. So I know it's somebody that they know, whatever the case is. And I called them that morning. Because, no, I was going to do grocery. I went and do grocery shopping, come back, he still parked up out there. Still park up out there. So I decided for park and call. By the time then I could have called them. So I said, ask you something. I said, yeah, I'm so bored of yelling. I know nothing for really do that. This man park up here since 7:30 this morning. He's like, who? So I gave them the car number, give him whatever. He says he's not supposed to be there. So I said, why the fuck is he here harassing my landlords then? Huh? I said, why is he here harassing them? Man, and I laid upon them good since then. I never see back nobody come back to this house. So never see nobody thing. I said, go in the system and see how much reports you got against this property. And he said 4. I said, I know. And I said, you don't think that this is a red flag? That somebody's purposely doing this? Huh? I said, you don't think that somebody's purposely doing this? Since then, they never came back to this house again here. 4 times they reported my landlord home. All right? 4 times. So this is how y'all took it off the internet, sweetheart. You went as far as to... You matter of fact, you come on social media and said, tell the internet that my VAWA is still pending. And you wrote letters. All they need to do is sign it. Sign it. And you yourself is going to go and mail all these letters to UCIS. When I've already gotten my green card and is a permanent resident in this country. You put your link on your social media page, girl, and you show them how they can report me. Now, say if these things are happening to you, it's your karma. All right? It's your karma. And I pray to God, ice never come knocking at your door. But let me tell you something. From the bottom of my heart, it would never come from me. Would never come from me. I would never stoop to that level. I always say, y'all come to this country for a better life. But the fact that y'all could sit on social media or sit on your phone to report this person, report that person, to do this, to do that. Huh? Whatever you're going through is your karma. It's your karma. Like I said, you took it off of social media. I never did. You took it off of social media. And since you took it off of social media, I went to the court and I filed a defamation lawsuit against you for $5 million. I did. Same steps Melly Mel took against me, I took against you. All right? But the only problem is that Melly Mel didn't have a case. I have a very solid case against you because you have no evidence to support nothing that you're saying. None whatsoever. And it is defamation. Because you got to prove a lot of things to that court as to how I caused you to have a miscarriage. You cannot prove that. All right? You can't. You said at AIDS that I have HIV. All right? HIV run in my blood. In my what? In my blood. In my family blood. Since my brother died with HIV. How are you going to prove these things, sweetheart? You said that the doctor, that the clinic in Forest Hills give you information that I had an abortion there. How are you proving these things? Huh? You hear what Bibi said? Your mouth. This put you places where your foot can't take you out of. Huh? You claim that I'm having an affair with a married man and that you have videos of him coming out of my apartment back and forth. So those videos, you will need to present them in the court. All right? I'm waiting to see those videos that you have.
My life is now, I would say, in the public domain. Because I became a public figure of my response by giving responses. And because of that, my life is as it is. Now, I don't know how many of you are okay with having me this morning. I'm going to remain silent which is the right way and the best thing for me forward. But my silence does not make me weak. My messy hair or being my natural self, I don't think that identifies me as a weak person. But for those of you who want to make your assumptions and gather your conclusion, you are free to do so. If you would like to screen record me at my worst and at my lowest, you are free to do so. Now let me explain why I say that. I cannot oppose you because I am here on Facebook live streaming, which simply means I'm giving you the permission. Once you come on social media, you give social media the equal rights to do as they see fit to do. I guess because I am a no-nonsense person, I'm in the situation in which I'm in. But before I go forward, I would like to spend some time with some music. And as you know it, I cannot sit here. I would be a hypocrite to tell you guys that, hey, I'm all Christian. I'm not. You see, I find my blessings through when I offer my prayers to Hindu goddess. I find my blessings there. And then I find myself sometime making a dua in Allah's name. And then most of my time, I find myself having an argument with Jesus because I love him and he is my Lord and Savior. And I tend to argue with Jesus a lot. And y'all know I like argue, right? So I'm everywhere. And the reason why is because I find myself at the feet of every religion, hoping that I gather the strength to become more than I am. Now, I didn't ask for the things that are in my path, but now that they are here, I have to face them. The troubles in which I face, the burdens, the weight on my shoulders, and, it is what it is. It is a heavy load, but I didn't ask for it. Just like how each of you would not ask for your troubles, but your troubles would come. When our troubles come, we have to deal, right? We have to deal. So I am dealing. And I am dealing with it the best way I know how to. On most days, I cry behind the scenes. Some days I feel like to vent on social media. I vent, and it's like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, people, Sebena has been advised by her lawyer to basically keep a still tongue and not to speak on the case or on the people involved in the case. She was very cautious in this last live, making sure that she didn't, basically make things worse for herself. But there's a lesson here to be learned, right? Some people will set you up in a way that you end up coming out of character, and then they use the law against you, right? And many times when people are poking the tiger, it's wise to walk away on social media, especially if you know that you can put yourself in a position that's just going to bring you emotional and financial stress. I do understand, like I said, why Sebena felt the need to defend herself. But you see, when it comes to bringing people's kids into arguments, I'm not for it on either side. I think it's a low blow and something that we shouldn't do. You understand? Because that's when it got really personal. And I'm not talking about who did it first. It doesn't matter. Either way, it was wrong. All right, we're going to move on now to yet another legal situation in Trinidad. As we are aware, Rawtalk was given an eviction that was not a legal one. She is now back in her property. And there are several discussions coming out of this about how evictions are handled in the country of Trinidad by rogue bailiffs and rogue police officers. So this spotlight that has been brought to the systems involving repossession of property has highlighted that there is indeed a lot of corruption involved. Now, remember when we did the last video on this, Rawtalk's good friend, who is also a blogger, Builder Boy. He came out and he was on the scene interrogating the people who were removing Rawtalk's furniture and everything, defending her, and he continues to do so. Now, at first, he had put up a post saying that he was going to remove all of the footage involved where Rawtalk was concerned so as to stop any further embarrassment going towards his friend and also to stop any potential consequences legally for her. And since doing that, the police turned up at his house. So when the police turned up at his house, he felt it was an intimidation tactic because he had posted that there was corruption taking place amongst the officers who are removing people from their property without due legal process. As such, they had turned up at his house, and this was the outcome. Take a listen.
Right, so a lot of you all are wondering what's going on. A lot of you all are concerned for my safety. You all are messaging down my phone. I get 100 calls. Couple inspectors called me. A superintendent messaged me tonight, asked me what's going on. What police is by your house? 100 fans, like they just messaging on my phone, so my phone is on silent right now. You all want to know what's going on. And for one, I am safe. I was actually coming on the highway. We were somewhere around St. Helena's side when I saw that on the CCTV camera, a little message pop up on my phone that there's motion detected. Didn't have anyone there at home, so it was a little disturbing what I saw on the camera there. Police, seemed to be a civilian vehicle pull up in front, and then a police vehicle was following them behind. So I put two and two together, right? Because I already knew something like this was going to happen. Earlier today, I was telling my mom and a couple of my friends, and I said, there's a bailiff is going to, before this week is over, he's going to hit me a pre-action protocol letter. And I'm expecting one from Roger Trabule. I'm expecting one from Narish Deokaran. I don't expect one from Brito, right? And I'm all prepared. In fact, I have my responses already pre-planned because you all know I've been doing this a while now in the courts. So here it is. This is what the hullabaloo is about, and they just use these little intimidation tactics, as you all may very well know, where they have the police and them, certain police and them that they pay to escort them. This is where your taxpayers' dollars go. When you think you're paying your money in your taxes for protection and services, there are certain bailiffs that will have the police and them doing their bidding by paying them certain amounts of money. But it's not all police, it's just a few of them, a few in particular who already know the names of. Alright, and this is the document. So I'm just going to read it because I could have pre-written this before they even send it to me. Because the other day I posted something, and this is what they're saying here. They said you published a post on Facebook on the first day of October, which is just the other day, 2025, under the rubric or heading Public Notice. And in your publication, you included the following words: a bailiff, like Rampras, has no authority to process or fast track an FUL, which is the truth. Anyone who solicits money to obtain or speed up an FUL may be committing fraud. Report such activity to the Professional Standards Bureau or the Police Complaints Authority. That was the post, right? He seems to be a bit intimidated. So I'm not going to read the rest of it to you, but you all tell me what you think about it. And I'm glad it's being highlighted. I'm glad it's in a pre-action protocol letter, and I'm glad it's out there in the public for everyone to then make it a public issue now. Right? And I'm going to read it for you. I want everybody to listen to this post that I posted. Again, public notice. A bailiff, well, it was more than that. The public notice had much more and things in it. So they just took something out of a little bit longer post. But one of the things in the post, it said a bailiff like Rampras has no authority to process or fast track an FUL, and anyone who solicits money to obtain or speed up an FUL may be committing fraud. Report such activity to the Professional Standards Bureau of Police Complaints Authority. Now, I'll tell you something. Before I post anything, and I do this religiously every day, I run it through 5 different AI programs, and I make sure that I I specify that it cannot be used in a defamation case, right? So whatever a defamation case normally has, various aspects that has to be meet that threshold for defamation, right? It has to be something that is false, meaning that you are giving false testimony and you're presenting it as facts. It has the ability to harm the reputation of someone, and it has to be done in the presence of a third party. A couple other things as well too. And all these things have to be in combination. So it can't just be, it have the potential to harm somebody's reputation. It must meet all the requirements of being in a defamatory statement, right? So I'm just going to read it back to you exactly how they have it here. A bailiff, like Ramparras, has no authority to process or fast-track an FUL. Anyone who solicits money to obtain or speed up an FUL may be committing fraud. Report such activity to the Professional Standards Bureau or the Police Complaints Authority. So if you all feel that is defamatory, and if he feels that is defamatory, who's the lawyer, by the way, attorney at law, Odai, N.S. Ramischand and Company. So here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Odai. We're going to go to court, right? I'm going to give you a response to this pre-action protocol letter. I'm going to go to court and I'm going to self-represent. And I'm going to win you in court. And when I do, I'm going to self-represent and I'm going to win you in court. And you'll be paying my prescribed costs as a self-represented litigant. And I will post that for everyone to see. Because this absolute nonsense and intimidation tactics don't work on me. But you know what? We have a lot of information on you. And maybe it's time I start releasing that. Just saying. Alright? And the apology that you all made Brito make today, that wasn't an apology. So I will not be removing any of my posts until we get a proper apology. Alright? You will not intimidate me. Not with your paid for police and them. Alright? Peace out. But
And speaking of apologies, here is one apology that was issued on behalf of the so-called illegal bailiff team. And, you know, the man saying that he's apologizing on behalf of himself and his team for what is now before the court. I suppose he's quickly pulling himself back, realizing that things were not done in the legal way when it came to evicting Rawtalk and her family from that property and handling the videos of her premises like that, outing those to the public to the point where she was embarrassed because of the condition of like her kitchen and her, you know, her living area, which it wasn't very tidy at the time. So those things are, you know, basically doing the rounds on social media and causing Rawtalk to get a whole lot of what Trini's called Ponged. She getting it left, right, and center. But anyway, let me listen to the apology. And I'm also going to share with you a clip of the actual bailiff approaching Robert, her husband, for an eviction. This guy, they're claiming, is a criminal, and whatever he's doing is considered to be illegal because it has not gone through the courts and Rawtalk had no notice of it. Take a look for yourself before I drop the Ponged. Yeah.
Mr. Killer, President Bonema, my name is Roger Shabule. I am here as an agent and a servant on behalf of the owners. I'm talking to you over the phone because you're working and you're disposed from being here. However, short of showing me a document for ownership of this property or whatever document you have from where your family would have shown it was transferred to you or gifted to you, whether by deed or gift, deed of assent or a probated will or a letter of administration, the owners, the registered owners, by deed of conveyance or otherwise, have sent us here as agents. We have bailiffs here who attach the court to peaceably remove and eject you and your husband and all belongings here. However, if you feel there is any sort of illegalities or any sort of misappropriation, you can seek an attorney and you can seek redress with respect to the parties, Mr. Marvo Hamilton and his siblings. Right. I am advised that as the agent here to take actual possession, you can go, you can see redress, you can go for legal aid, you can go for legal counsel. Secondly, my advice to your husband in your presence is that he secure all cash, all important documents, all legal documents, all electronic devices, all jewelry, all chargers, anything that could be later on said, or any bags of money, any sort of things of a value to secure them, that we will be moving the stuff and we will relocate it from one out of two places, either to the roadway, or we have transport here. If the husband locates a place, we will kindly assist him to put it there for safekeeping until your arrival and your further safekeeping of your property. Alright? Alright, ma'am. Thank you.
Today may be the first time you see the owners. Rawtalk, you was instructed, you was given notice to leave the premises, right? These people are not lying. They have files to show they notice you, right? When you realize things get heated, you went in your van and sit on Rawtalk. Tell the people why you went in a van and sit down for almost 3-4 hours and leaving the police officers to confuse themselves. That's why the police officers say, yeah, what's going on? Let me dealt with this in the station, and then wherever all they have to do again, right? They will assist again to make sure nothing will escalate in any kind of manner of dispute or fight or whatever. Because you call the police and you go in the jeep, your van and sit down, and have the police, what? Questioning, you not there present, the owner is there present, but you in your van sit down. What do you think the police will do? If that your place, Rawtalk, you call the police. But when the police reach, you leave and go in your van. And have the police behaving like that damn place. So when it's a kind of back and forward and we showing all the documents, we showcasing all the information, but on Rawtalk side, Rawtalk not bringing any deed, Bella Boy is not bringing no photocopy and no deed of his so-called friend Rawtalk. He come on the behalf of his friend Rawtalk, right? When we ask, who is he, right? He say he on the behalf of Rawtalk. We had no problem with him. But when he started to come up in people's face, right, looking for drama, looking for somebody to push him on the cane, right, because he had a cane in his hand, right, is when things started to get escalated and the police them started to respond because he lied and said he wasn't live. He was just taking a video from media personals. And then after, police come, they say the live, whatever the case may be, because he gone viral. And that is when I was instructed to go live. I did not come to go live. So Rawtalk, please, stop misleading the public with false information. We didn't even know you was the target. We didn't even know the information we received, right, was leading up to you. We come by somebody premises unannounced, knowing who we're gonna face. You think if I know I was gonna face Rawtalk, right? Or if I was doing something wrongfully, I would have disclosed my face, my whole face. If I watch Bella Boys, I wasn't hiding, I was just assisting with some bags downstairs. Rawtalk put on a kind of sorrow face for the public. I cannot vex with all for feeling sorry for Rawtalk, but Rawtalk cannot be trespassing in people's place. We deal with people over 10 years with this same issue and never had this problem. Right? People understand they were wrong for going in people's place. Why Rawtalk didn't... Why Rawtalk didn't agree? All right, it was wrong this morning. The owner of the place is here. Make an agreement with them, right? And see if they're going to live, let us stay in the place and pay our rent. But no, you want Bella Boy go on the media. Right? I have my job to carry out. And my job is not to put you on the media. It's when you go on your platform and start to call about content creator was paid to embarrass you. You will make the public feel that, you know, I use my platform to embarrass people.
A few moments later.
You see this going back and forth on the behalf of me and my team, right? This matter is before the court. I will apologize for the entire team and also the behalf of me. Right? I will be the bigger one. Because all you know, Sniper is a no-nonsense man. Right? Anybody feel affected, anybody feel that type of way, I apologize on the behalf of me and the entire team. Okay? Let the court decide from here.
All day before I could answer. When that man come in with the answer, people, all them mother this, all them mother that. Yeah, daddy issues, this, that. Yeah, HIV, yeah, this. You're bringing on the world of people. You hire things and you're showing off on the media, eh? And nobody can class you. You bring on the world of TikTokers. Sometimes you jump on people case you don't even interfere with you. Now it's we time to sit back and watch God do his work. We rejoicing. Look, we soak your mama. You can't not do it. Na blood clot do it, you know. According to the dimensional Daki, so she packed all my clothes in a garbage bag. Leave it on it. Let me give Jackie jackets. Time and place for everything, and I believe God have a perfect timing in knowing how to calm you down. I just make it clear living in my place and also there. I said I wouldn't post the screen recorder. I take down the screen recorder because I said nah boy, she might be feeling a little bad. But to that page, thank you.
Me to tell me I shouldn't talk so about Rawtalk. I supposed to feel sorry for she because that can happen to anybody. Sorry for who Rawtalk? Your man like all they have amnesia or dementia or something, or they brain lash up bad, or they just forget the people that she hurt on the media, the people lives that she destroyed on the media, all kind of lies and rumors she dig up on people and spread on the media about people, like all they just forget her. If this was anybody else, Rawtalk would have been the first one to post her fucking content. Let me be real. You think? Who laughing? You see I laughing? Eh? She feels sorry when she talk about the child go steady form for the rest of her life. She felt sorry for Pretty Douglas when she talk about the girl house, for Fine Choice, for NCW when he get robbed, for Starks when he get robbed. She feels sorry. Even myself, she feels sorry for me when she spread it around it. Rawtalk, I feel sorry. Never, probably she right, but never. Karma real. Karma is real out here. I am not feeling sorry when the Bible say don't feel sorry for people. You don't know what it has been doing, and we clearly know what she has been doing. Something they call to. You know, short pause. These other couples, this is the opinion box. We can go on and on rambles. She feels sorry. She didn't feel sorry for nobody, boy. Karma is a bitch. Everything that comes into Rawtalk, she deserves it. She deserves that and much more. It's real people on the media, you know. It's real people life she messed up and destroyed, you know. So excuse me if I can't feel sorry for she. Excuse the others if they're laughing because of the dimension and darky. All of these people got not all these people get fucking abused verbally on the media from this woman. You think? Karma real. So don't call my phone to tell me no shit about feeling sorry, about being the bigger one, and don't laugh. Me ain't laughing. Karma real.
And they pack all she clothes in a garbage bag. They put it on the road by the outside. How these songs go again? I just minding people business. Now plenty people said, Didi, no, don't expect me to bypass this. If the tables were turned, in no way people bypassing this. And they pack all she clothes in a garbage bag. They put it on the road on the outside. Hey, grab a snack, let me bag a bit.
Boy, one thing with the Trinidadian them don't ramp when it comes to the Pong. They go hard. They go hard. Listen, there's so much more that I'm just not going to post because some of them were real shots below the belts. And, you know, this is just one of the things as public personalities you've got to be prepared for. When it's your downfall time, there are people who will dance on your grave, right? Especially if you are blogging on sensitive issues, other people's business, da 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 da. It's just, it's a part of the territory. Once your business become public business, the people who you spoke about, they are going to rejoice. They're going to dance on your grave. It is just how it is. So hopefully Rawtalk learns a solid lesson from this, that, you know, you've got to have your house in order, ma'am. If you are going to be involved in other people's affairs, get your house in order. One thing with me, I come on no line. If my house dirty, my house have to clean. You understand? And as a female, you really ought to take pride in your environment. Never get caught with your drawers outside. You have to make sure that your house is in order. It is clean. It is presentable. People can turn up at any time in the Caribbean. It's not so in England, but certainly in the Caribbean, your house got to be all right. It's got to be kept, right? So, you know, Rawtalk did a video to let us know that she is in the process of resettling in and tidying up and cleaning, and she make me know, say, you know, things back on point, and she's cleaned the stove. Thank God for that, because boy, that stove was in a condition, right? But yeah, she cleaned the stove, and we do wish Rawtalk all the best, and hopefully there will be some legal consequences for those people who are trying to remove people from property without due processes being followed through. If it's illegal, it's illegal. Whatever we can say about Rawtalk and whether or not her house is in order, it was an illegal eviction attempt, and they do need to face the consequences of the law with that. Anyway, if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you're new to my channel, click that bell so every time you are notified whenever I drop a new video. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.
So we coming to come, they say grab a broom and a mop, let me clean a bit. Grab a mop and a broom, let me clean a bit. So we coming to come. They're not all together yet. Yeah? This is where we at. Yeah? So we pack up. Right? So it's just to sort out. We're trying to sort out. Trying to sort out. So all this just get dumped in the corner here. Bust out a bag. Yeah, what garbage bag, bust or whatever. So we're about sorting little by little. Because everything, as all else, no, everything was just dropped anyway. That was in the bedroom. The art stuff in the bedroom. Yeah? Right, so. Right, with the laundry and thing. Had to. Right? So all these things had to go in the cupboards. That was in the laundry in the back there, that little thing, yeah. And yes, the stove clean. Yes, the stove clean. Yeah? So, yeah, we coming to come. Coming to come. Coming to come. Coming to come.